What is good? What is up? It's Jordan, your Texans Thoughts, and I'm back with another live stream today. We're going to be talking about, the big one, the big move, the recent news, and what's up, everyone in the chat. But listen to my boy Jay right here. He's mod. Listen to him, and we all be good. But what's up? I'm looking classy. Shout out to everyone for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you tell your loved ones that you love them, spend a good time with them, and I will be too as soon as we get up here. But I want to spend some time with y'all too because I love and appreciate y'all. So Valentine's Day stream, here we go. And we're going to talk about J.J. Watt, the GOAT, and it's sad to see him go for sure. But, Therapist Thoughts, he's in the building. Therapist Thoughts is in the building. And we're going to try and make everyone feel a little bit better about the situation. Classy thoughts. Yes, sir. We gotta look good. Use protection, folks. All right. Seeing JJ on that intro, I don't want to make a new intro. That's the thing. I don't want to make a new intro with no JJ, no Deshaun, man. That would suck. What's up, Joey? How's everyone doing in the chat? But yeah, let's talk about JJ Watt because it's Valentine's Day and he deserves some love too, y'all. He deserves some love. Let's not look about this move in a negative light because I feel like most of us were kind of preparing for it already. We kind of knew it was happening. And yes, it still hurts that it actually did happen, but it's not all negative. Let's think about the positives. And I think today what I wanted to do is kind of go over my top 5 favorite memorable moments of JJ Watt. Kind of remember his greatness because he gave us so many countless memories, man. And put it in the chat, definitely some of your favorite moments. I'm going to go over mine. And these personally, maybe not be his craziest moments, not all of them. I mean, there's just too many to count. Maybe not most talented moments or whatever, but they're the ones that, they hit me in my heart, in the feels, and that I remember the most. And so, yeah, we're going to get into that. But glad to see you too, Sovioshi. How we doing? It's the first time you actually been able to join. What's up, Carmelo? I like the name Carmelo. It's dope. Thank you for the support, my guy. Arturo's right, man. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, show some support. It don't hurt y'all. Definitely the pick sixes. We'll talk to that for sure. Beige, what's up, my guy? How you doing? Angus, what's up? Footballer 503 says favorite moment was the Bills playoff game. We gonna get to that. But let's talk about my number one. Not number one. I'm going to talk about 5 moments, and they're not necessarily in order or anything really, but just 5 moments that stood out to me. And I think number one, again, in no specific order, but 2012, Thanksgiving. Texans, man, they were having one of their best seasons. Probably their best season. Best start to a season. They were hot out the gates, man. And here come Matthew Stafford. Here comes Calvin Johnson. And, Thanksgiving Day, prime time moments. Texans are finally on the big stage. And who's going to come up clutch? Who else, man? J.J. Watt. Oh, he had a Thanksgiving to remember back then, man. 3 sacks it was. I believe it was 3 sacks on Matthew Stafford. That was a hell of a game that he helped us win for sure. So that's up there for me. I think that was a great moment, especially on Thanksgiving. And even I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to kind of combine 2 moments in one, but then it all came full circle, right? In 2020 with our Thanksgiving game versus them as well. And it's the last Thanksgiving game JJ will play in a Texans uniform, but it was a great one too. And that pick 6 he had, vintage. So were definitely some great moments. But I see a lot of y'all talking about the Bengals. And yeah, this is a shitty screenshot, but look at him extending, man. Look at him extending for that pick. I mean, you talk about rookie JJ Watt, 2011, right? And this man goes from being booed on draft night to being the hero in the playoff game, man. First ever playoff game in Texans franchise history versus the damn Cincinnati Bengals. And JJ just made a game-changing play, man. Just a game-changing play on Andy Dalton, pick 6. I mean, how can you not absolutely love that, man? How can you absolutely... it's game changer. So that's up there as well. What else? I got this one. And this isn't necessarily like a singular moment per se, but in the 2014 season, what a season JJ had, man. But in the 2014 season, the offense kind of unleashed him and lined him up as a goal line tight end. And whenever you saw that, maybe not the first time you thought about it, but after that first time, the next time that you saw him line up on the goal line, you knew You knew what was happening. You knew they were throwing to him. You knew it was a guaranteed 6, and it was crazy. He had 3 touchdowns, 3 offensive touchdowns that season. 3. What other defensive lineman does that? I mean, that is insane. He lined as a tight end, and he was mossing folks, mossing linebackers. That was such an amazing time in that season to watch that, because it didn't make sense, man. 2014 season was crazy. He got robbed of the MVP. He got robbed of the MVP season, man. Should have had that one. Oh my God. So that's up there for me as well. And then football, I saw you talked about it, the Bills game. 2019, he comes back from, what was it, a torn labrum? Torn pec, I believe. When did he get that injury? I think it was versus the Chiefs or something like that. But it was supposed to knock him out the entire season, right? It was supposed to knock him out, but his fight and his recovery back from that injury, it really just was J.J. Watt-esque. It is who he is. He's a fighter. He's a worker. And above all, he doesn't want to let down his teammates, this team, and the city, right? He didn't want to do that. And so he fought back. He got back into the Bills game. And, you could tell that he wasn't 100%. He wasn't the same old J.J. Watt we know and love. But he came through when we needed him the most. That game-changing sack when the Bills were in the end zone, it looked like they were going to get 7 and put the game away and be a 2-score game. But he got the sack on Josh Allen, held them to 3, 1-score game, and we know what happens after that. Deshaun went to go be magical, but it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for J.J. Watt. We needed that game-changing sack. It changed momentum completely, and so that was a big game for me, because that game in general, that Bills playoff, man, such a special game. One of my favorite all-time dubs in Texans history, all time. That was such a special game, man. Shout out to everyone who went to that game. I know a lot of people went to that game and it was fire. But my number one, and again, in not really any big order, but my last one in my top 5 was versus the Colts. Because fuck the Colts. Can we get an FTC? Fuck the Colts in the chat real quick. Can we get that? But yeah, his fumble recovery 6 for a touchdown, right? Versus the Colts. There's a bad snap. Andrew Luck couldn't handle it. And Andrew Luck, he was diving for it. He looked like he was about to get it. But out of nowhere, here comes Superman J.J. Watt, dives on the ground, picks it up, snatches it out from the Colts. They thought they were going to get it, but nope. He snatches it, and that's not all. He doesn't stop right there. He picks it up. He does a little spin. He keeps running down the field, and he scores. I mean, that is just an inhumane play, man. That is an inhumane play. So that was one of my all-time favorite ones, because, I mean, it's against the Colts. I mean, anytime I get to say fuck the Colts, I'm going to say it. So that's definitely up there. Yes, sir. Y'all in the chat spamming the FTC. Fuck the Colts. Faux life. Faux life. But yeah, those are my top 5 moments of J.J. Watt. Just a quick little recap. What a player, man. What a player. But even more so, what a person. I mean, you can talk about all the on-field accomplishments JJ did, but what he's done for the city is going to be more impactful at the end of the day. I mean, even if it's little things like throwing the football before games to the fans in the stands, I mean, that just makes their day. So many people. So for him to take the time out of his day, like, he doesn't get paid for that. He just want to show some love, right? He just want to show some love. And so that's something I'll always remember about him. And of course, his efforts with Hurricane Harvey. I mean, just literally fighting through one of the worst tragedies the city's ever seen, and raising about $40 million, I think it was, and actually putting out a plan and helping people like that is just, how do you not love that, man? How do you not love that? So I'm definitely sad to see him go, but let's not look at it negatively. Let's remember the great moments and what he's done for the city, because he's a special human being, man. He's a special human being. Man. FCM. Fuck Cal McNair. Fuck Cal McNair. Fuck Cal McNair. The wheelchair sack. There's so many others. Put it in chat, your favorite moments, man. If I missed any, definitely. You can't just do 5. I gotta look good for Valentine, for the girl. I gotta dress up a little, beige. Yes, sir. The time he got Bill O'Brien fired. The time he spoke out, said, fuck this dude. We're done with his ass. My guy, Quarantine Carpenter Bill, apparently got Jack Easterby's number. Bloody nose, JJ. That sack. The monster, man. He don't get... Oh, Matt. Matt Martin with the big $15. He says, hashtag thank you, JJ. I wish I could send that to him. I mean, I wish I could, but I mean, I kind of need $15 more than he needs $15. But thank you, Matt Martin. Thank you for the donation. Very much appreciated. Fuck, joke, Easterby. Yes, sir. No helmet sack. Oh, man. Yes, sir. On Alex Smith, he destroyed that right tackle. Oh, it was embarrassing. Oh, my God. Hey, that's what I'm going to shoot the shit with y'all. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. I need $15 more than JJ Watt does. But thank you. My boy, Beige says, JJ was a big reason I started following the Texans. My all-time favorite Texan for sure. I hear you on that, man. He's a lot of people's. Definitely a hero. Definitely a reason a lot of people fell in love with the game, man. Cole says, what do you think is the top landing spots for JJR? Let's talk about that because that is the next thing I kind of want to talk about because I want to see him succeed, man. I want to see him succeed because we love the dude so much. He's done so much for us. The least we can do is still root for him and root for him to do the best. And so what are the top landing spots for JJ? I mean, you got the obvious ones with the connections of Green Bay, Pittsburgh. Those would be two really good options for him, help solidify those defenses. He can fit in the schemes decently well. He can play that 3-4 defensive end role for both those teams. I wouldn't be mad at that. They're definitely contenders, I think. Oh, sorry, I got to read this because it's amazing. JJ, you were amazing, brother. Thanks for all the memories. Law, you somehow managed to fire Bill when nobody else could. Gonna miss you. Hope he comes back as a coach to save the heck. Wouldn't that be amazing, man, if he comes back as a D-line coach? I would love that. Spent $40 making dinner for my girlfriend, getting her attaboy. Good move. You doing well. You won't get something tonight. Bro, the picks. Yeah, definitely. Mic'd up versus Saints. They can't stop him, man. They can't stop him. The Bucks. Wouldn't that be scary if he goes to Tampa? Wouldn't that be scary? Oh my Lord. They don't need no more help. I think another team that would be a really good fit for him is actually Buffalo. Now, it would suck to see him stay in the AFC. I'd rather him go to maybe a team like the Saints, like the Packers, like I said. But Buffalo's a really good fit for him. They need an edge rusher. He fits the 4-3 scheme very well. He can be that wide 9 tech for them. I think that would be a really good fit for them. That's the other big one is the Chicago Bears. Imagine J.J. Watt, Khalil Mack, and Akeem Hicks on the same defensive line. That's nasty. That's nasty. Now, they wouldn't fit in the same contender role unless they make some big-time moves at quarterback. But I do think it's going to be on his list, definitely because of his wife. She plays soccer there for the Chicago Red Fire, some shit like that. Who the fuck knows? But yeah. Robert says, what's a 3-tech defensive end? So 3-tech, so that's more in of a 4-3 defense. In a 4-3 defense, you got 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. And so on the defensive line, you typically have a 7-tech, a 3-tech, a 1-tech, and a 5-tech. And so a 3-tech means that it's a defensive tackle that's lined up on the outside shoulder of one of the guards, left guard, right guard. And it's basically your 3-tech is your guy that you want to, put him in great pass rushing situations. He's your guy, your kind of Aaron Donald type that you want to use his athleticism really well and let him be in a position to succeed like that with 1-on-1 blocks. That's your 3-tech. I got you. Caleb Snyder says, my favorite moment was when JJ signed the kid's TJ Watt jersey. What a guy, man. I'll miss him. He was just an amazing person. He really was, bro. Chris says, yo, on the bright side of things, when does free agency start? Also, Deshaun ain't leaving. I honestly agree with what that one Super Bowl coach was saying. Deshaun got to finish what we started. Free agency, I don't know when the official date is. Let's see when it starts. 2021 free agency starts. Let's see. March 17th. That's apparently the very first. That's the start of the league year and free agency period begins. Man, that's a long way away. That's a month. What the hell? Damn. I got you, bro. I got you. I love talking about stuff like that. Who do you think JJ will go to? I think at the end of the day, I think it's going to be Pittsburgh. I think the chance to play with his brothers, he's not going to want to turn that down. And Pittsburgh, they can always sell you on being a contender. They really always can. So I think that city, it fits who he is as a person. And I think that team culture, it fits him as well. And he's going to love playing there. So I think the Steelers will probably let Bud Dupree go, sign J.J. Watt. They'll probably switch to more of a 4-3 kind of look, which they can do. And it'll be fire. Do I got a free agency video coming soon? It's a good segue. I'm going to be making a free agency live stream kind of thing tomorrow with Zach Hicks. If you know him, he's a Colts expert. And I know Colts like the Colts, but he is a super smart guy. One of the smartest guys in the business. He's a writer. He does a bunch of player interviews. He's got podcasts. He does all this great stuff. So he's a great mind to pick his brain. And we're going to talk about some different free agents we like, different draft prospects, and he can give us some insight on Lovie Smith's defense, because it's very similar to what Matt Eberflus runs with the Colts. So that'll be a fire video, and I'll have definitely more in the future about free agency. Can't have that. 81 guys in the chat, only 26. Like, come on, y'all. Come on. What did I miss? We just went through my top 5 moments, Anthony. Top 5 J.J. Watt moments. Yeah, so you got to rewind. I'm sorry. You got to rewind. Will I follow JJ? No, it'll be more so if I follow Deshaun Watson. But probably I'm still going to give the Texans their shot. Because it's hard, man. Following the Texans, like loving them is like an addiction. It really is. Like as hard as you try and you know it's not good for you, you know the team isn't going to do well and do what should happen. It's just impossible to kick it. It's impossible to not to want to root for them and love them, because it's a passion, man. And it's tough. It's tough. But what else I want to talk about? I don't know if you guys want to hear this from me or not, but kind of talk about why, cutting J.J. Watt was the right decision. Because I saw a lot of people's instant reactions. And I kind of, to be honest, had a similar initial reaction where I was like, really? We cut him? We didn't trade for him like everyone was thinking? We couldn't get anything back in return? It crossed my mind. I'll have to admit. And I saw it cross a lot of people's minds. So to address that, yes, obviously you wish that you could get the most out of J.J. Watt. But at the end of the day, there was only going to be so many teams who were interested in actually doing a trade. With J.J. Watt's injury history, with him being 31, with the $17.5 million cap hit he was going to have to take, a team was going to have to take. I mean, it lowered the amount of suitors. And reportedly they did get some trade calls, but I think it was just a better business kind of optics move to mutually part ways than to trade him. Looks better for JJ, looks better for us, looks like we're doing the right thing. And that's what the Texans need to do right now to kind of repair their image. And they definitely couldn't mess that up with their biggest star in JJ Watt, right? So I think they did the right thing at the end of the day, letting him have the flexibility to choose his destination and not have to work with him together on this trade destination. Like, yes, it was possible, but I think at the end of the day, they just need to let him figure it out on his own. So I think they did the right thing. And, at the end of the day, maybe they got a 4th rounder for him, but missing out on that, not the worst thing. It was more worth it to do the right thing. What's good, Ruben? It's all good. You late. It's all good. You here. Exactly. They probably knew he was going to be released anyways. Texans thoughts, baby. Valentine's Day, baby. What else I want to talk about? Okay, let's talk about looking forward, and then we're gonna kind of wrap this up. I kind of want to do a short one today. I got a dinner to head to. But looking forward, moving on from the J.J. Watt era, it's sad. There's pain involved, but we can do it. It's not like it's the end of the world that he is gone. All right, we got to move on. Looking at his 2019 season, yes, he still got some in the tank, but it wasn't like an true, edge number 1, not like your true number 1 star pass rusher. I mean, he had, what was his stats now? I think he had 5. No, J.J. Watt stats 5 sacks. 5 sacks. 5 sacks. He finally played all 16 games, and he still only had 5 sacks. And yes, he's getting double teamed, some of the most in the entire league, but we had to move on. And to replace his production, 5 sacks, I mean, there's a lot of good names. It's a very deep free agent edge class. Obviously, you got your top guys, your Yannick Ngakoue, Shaq Barrett, Bud Dupree. Hopefully, we can get a chance on them. But, I mean, probably look for some more mid-tier free agents. And there's a lot of those guys like Romeo Aquara, the Lions, Carl Lawson, the Bengals, Trey Hendrickson of the Saints. There's a lot of names. We'll go over more in depth tomorrow on the stream, but it's not like it's going to be impossible to replace him. However, edge definitely is the number one need going forward. Thank you for the good luck, bro. Thank you. Definitely the most number one need that we got to address. Do we have the money for those guys, though? So now with the J.J. Watt release, we're actually officially not under the cap anymore. We're officially over it. We're in the positive. We're good. So we got some cap space to work with, but we're definitely going to have to clear up more. Some cuts like David Johnson, Whitney Merciless, trading Bernard McKinney, guys like that. We're definitely going to be able to open up a lot of cap space. So I think it'll be okay. Don't worry about that too much. It's very easy to manipulate the cap. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Talk about our top 5 favorite moments of J.J. Watt. Hit me with yours. Hit me with some of your favorite moments. Let me know, bro. That goes for everyone who is just showing up. Probably have to pay a dude MIA Merc types of money to even consider joining us. We're going to have to overpay a little bit. We're going to have to overpay, or we're going to have to look for the guys that, those hidden gems that some other teams aren't identifying. But that's where I come in. I got y'all. I'm going to find the hidden gem for y'all. I already got some on my list. So don't worry. Don't worry. I don't know about that, Beige. But so there were not even rumors, but the great Pat Storm told us that he said on the Houston FB podcast that Whitney Merciless is heavily leaning towards retirement. That's what he did say. And that was great because, he's not that great of a player right now. And we can save a lot of money. But now we've seen reports lately that, he's training in, I think it was Arizona, trying to get into the best shape of his life and have this comeback season. I don't really know about that. I haven't heard anything about that recently, but I think he's still going to end up retiring if I had to put my money on it. But yeah. Which team do you think will pick up Jay? I think it's be Pittsburgh. I think they're going to make a big push for him. They still need some help on defense, especially if Bud do pre-walks and playing with his brothers, man. It's just too much, man. That's what he's going to want to do. Jerome always showing love. I appreciate you, Jerome. Thank you for the $7. It's always $7 too. It's always $7. Thank you. He says, hey, Jordan, I feel like people are overlooking us for good reason. For good reason. Yeah, Jerome, you're right. But I might be the only one who's optimistic. Jerome, tell us why you're optimistic. Tell us why. I think we got some good reasons to be optimistic. I think we got some good reasons. I think number one is because I don't know how likely it is that a Deshaun Watson trade actually ends up happening. I don't know how likely it is, man. I don't think it's very likely. I don't think it's over 50%. I don't think so. Texans are still refusing to, even pick up the phone and talk about trade demands with him, with other teams. So I don't think he's going to sit out the season, honestly. I think he's just going to play through it. And with him back on the team, man, things are looking fine. Right? We make some more upgrades. Hopefully we can do that in free agency. Free agents will be more likely to come if Deshaun's here. So I can see positives there. I think with the coaching staff, at least on the offensive side of the ball, they've also made some good hires. I think with the quarterback coach, really high on Pep Hamilton. I like the wide receiver coach, David Prince, O-line coach, James Campen. Those are all 3 really, really, really solid hires. Really solid hires. Ryan says, GM Fanatic in the building. He says, I think it still costs 10 to 15 million for Merck to retire. It hits our dead cap, but we could leverage part of his 7.5 million signing bonus against it. Yes, we will take the dead cap for how much money he has owed. That's the word. Sorry, English. No, but yeah, we'll take that hit. But all the future money, 2022, 2023, will be off the books. Thank God. I hope so. I don't know that they're gonna ask because Easterby, Casario, they're very high on Cook, so I don't think that they see him as overpaid like we do. But I think he'd be willing to. I think he would be. And I say that because, sorry, Jerome, 1 second. But I say that because he has no guaranteed money from the Texans right now. So I think he wants guaranteed money, especially with his injury history. I think that'll be a smart thing for him to restructure. Jerome, my boy, says, I think that Watson thing is overblown as fuck. Like, Watson hasn't said how unhappy he is. I don't think he's that unhappy. It is fixable. I hear you, Jerome. I hear you, and thank you for the $7 once again. Let me play this real quick because you are the best. Thank you for the $7, my boy. And I think I hear you. I hear where you're coming from. I don't think he's that unhappy as well. I think honestly, a lot of this is just to put pressure on Cal McNair to do the right things, to listen to him, to stop lying, to fire the right people. But I don't think it's unfixable either. I don't think any situation is really unfixable. It's not like Cal McNair, like, never mind. That's probably bad to say. But yeah, I think over time, things will heal. Showing Deshaun Watson that you make the right moves will help heal the situation as well. Build a winning football roster. And at the end of the day, he's a competitor, man. He's going to want to play. I really believe that. He still loves this city. It has nothing to do with this city. And I don't think he would want to let the fans down by sitting out an entire season, right? Cook knows the Patriot way. Exactly. When do I usually stream, bro? It's usually around this time. Usually 7, 8 p.m. Central Time. That's when I try to do it. Usually it was like Monday, Wednesday, sometime during the week. I don't usually do Sundays, but yes, sir. I haven't heard those rumors whatsoever, footballer. He says, are the rumors true of Casserole willing to overpay free agents to try to make Watson stay with the guys he likes, but how would that be impacted by the joke? The joke. I haven't heard that at all, but it makes sense. We're going to have to overpay. We are. Jerome says, like, he's unhappy for sure, but I don't think it's to the point of no return like the media. I think so too. I think the media, they're going to hop on this story. They're going to blow it out of proportion. That's what they do. But yeah. Shaw Swasey says, you follow everything. Text on it. I do. They're great at Instagram. Robert says, Jordan, I'm really good friends with Bernard McKinney. You can follow me on Instagram for I can prove it. I can tell you a lot of stuff you would like to hear. You got Bernard McKinney sources? Okay. My boy Matt says, any chance you can talk about your favorite free agents at a reasonable price? I'll start with mine: William Jackson, Shaquille Griffin, Romeo Okwara, etc. Who are your favorite guys? In terms of defensive end, let me pull up my little sheet here. I'm gonna give y'all a few. We're gonna talk about free agents tomorrow, though, for sure. I'll have a great guest coming on for y'all. All right, in my kind of budget range, where they're not going to break the bank, but they could give us great production. Romeo Okwara, Trey Hendrickson, Carl Lawson, Hassan Reddick, Tyus Bowser. Those are 5 kind of more mid-tier edge defenders that can help fill the J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless holes. And then you also got, I listed 3 kind of vet guys that are a bit older, and maybe give them a big 1 or 2 year deal, and it'd be very helpful for us. Ryan Kerrigan, Danico Autry, and Vinny Curry. Those are 3 more names to look into. And then my last tier is, guys I would give a 1 year prove it deal to, who have shown a lot of potential in the past, but have some issues. And so number 1 on that is Jadeveon Clowney, my boy, of course. Could possibly take a chance on him. Tack McKinley, Alden Smith, and Solomon Thomas. So those are a bunch of edge names for you, Matt. I got you. We'll talk about more and in depth later tomorrow and in future videos. There you go. I got you. Zach Wilson. And this is a big Zach Wilson fan. My boy Jason says free agent can be fun. Check the group chat. What we got in the group chat? We got a fire little post in the group chat. Ooh, I like that a lot, my boy. I like that a lot. Stay tuned. You got to follow us on Instagram, Texans_thoughts to see what I'm talking about. That's fire. That's fire. Hey, what can I say, Caden? Thank you. I really should, though. David Cooley who? Coach Thoughts in the building, y'all. Come on now. Jerome, thank you. You putting some money in my pockets now. I can pay for Valentine's dinner. Thank you. He says, also worth noting, Watson's agent dispelled the rumors about him sitting out. That's true. That's big. A lot of this is run by David Mulugeta. Don't get it twisted. A lot of this is David pushing this to try and make a power move, right? And so if he's going to shut down the thought that, Deshaun Watson would sit out an entire season, and he even said that a lot of the shit that's being thrown out there is overblown. That's big. That is big. You right, Jerome. You right. Thank you for the 7. 3 times, $21. Oh, my God. Dinner on Jerome. Is on Jerome. We're gonna get some Italian food with my girlfriend now. And now I can get that, that extra glass of wine, that side of bruschetta, whatever. Thank you, Jerome. Thank you. Matthew Edwards, what's up, my guy? Love the shirt. Gotta look fresh, y'all. Gotta look fresh for Valentine's Day. I really should do that. It's just kind of hard with school. I think once I'm done this next term, I'll probably have scheduled streams. But it's just kind of hard with school. I kind of just try and throw these in whenever I got some free time. But yeah, but usually it's around the same time. It just depends on the day. And follow me on Twitter at Texans_thoughts if you want updates on, timing of that, of the streams and whatnot. Drum has done it enough for Jordan's girlfriend to get a steak and me a hamburger. Ooh, we're going to be eating good. We're going to be eating good. Oh, she can go Miss Thoughts shopping after the stream. Shout out to Miss Thoughts. She was on the last stream or the stream before. I don't know. But check out that video if you guys want to see what she's about. We gave her some Texans trivia, and it was great. Do you think the Texans need more running backs? Yes, I do. Because I think David Johnson's going to be gone. And it's possible Duke Johnson's gone too. I mean, you're talking about entering a new regime and a guy like Duke Johnson who's making $5 million this year. We can save $5 million if we cut him. That's very enticing because you don't want to be paying running backs a lot of money. Now, I love Duke Johnson, but I don't know how about this new coaching staff feels about him. And with Tim Kelly running the system again, we don't really pass to our running backs that much. And that's Duke's main usage, right? So if we're not going to do that, let's not pay a guy $5 million if that's what his main strength is. You know what I mean? So I think we can go with running backs in the draft and with free agency, guys like Gus Edwards, Jamal Williams in free agency, Malcolm Brown even of the Rams. And in the draft, there's a ton, and we'll get to that in future dates for sure. If JJ goes to Pittsburgh, it will be the first time that three brothers. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. What's up, Ben? All right, I think that's going to do it for the stream pretty much. Sorry for everyone who came in late and missed it a little bit, but what else was I going to say? Oh, yes. Okay, check out the links in the description. First is Texans Thoughts Team. Join the Texans Thoughts Team. You have this cool little logo beside your name. You get to be in the exclusive Discord. I'll read your comments first and all that great stuff. You also get a monthly exclusive video. You get all my NFL draft content. I do breakdowns on that. What else do you get? My blooper videos. Whole bunch of shit. I saw a good comment I liked. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Never mind. But also in the description, check out my sponsorships. F Custom. They got great custom jerseys. You can write whatever you want on front and back, number, all that good stuff. Starts at $24.99. A lot of great designs for you there. And there's also some more Texans merch. So use those discount codes in the description. You get 10% off, man. You get 10% off. You become one of us. And you can also play Among Us with us. And there will be a stream tomorrow. The last thing I want to talk about, there will be a stream tomorrow with my buddy Zach Hicks, a great football mind. And we're going to talk about free agency. We're going to talk about the draft. And we're going to give you all a bunch of our favorite names to look out for. And hopefully the Texans sign. And so that's going to be a super fun one. Don't miss that. It'll probably be, when is it? It's going to be 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. But yes, thank you guys for wishing me a good night. Happy Valentine's Day to all y'all. Tell your loved ones you love them. And if you haven't done something already, go do something. The Discord is lit, bro. Discord is lit. It's all good, Vin. It's all good. Don't worry about it. You better get that $1,400 check soon, baby. You can spend $399 a month. But thank you guys for everything. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and come back for more. And take care, y'all.